What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tywiththelocs here, and I'm back with another YouTube video. For today's video, we're actually going to do a LOC Q&A. I asked y'all what y'all wanted to see, and I received a lot of people telling me that they wanted to see a LOC Q&A video. They had a lot of questions that they wanted me to answer, and I'm going to try to answer as many as possible. I'm not going to lie, I can't answer a lot of the questions that are very specific to your own hair journey in this video. Everyone's hair is very different, so when you ask me questions about like length for them and how it's going to look for them, it's only personal questions I can only answer. So you can leave me a comment down below if you have any questions, or if it's questions that you didn't receive in this video that you wanted to know, and I'll try to answer them as best as possible. Alright, so let's get started with the video. Let's just jump straight into it. I'm going to give y'all a list of exactly what I got going on, and you let me know if y'all think it's going to be valid or not. Before we start into the video though, I would love for y'all to subscribe and leave a like down below, and just let me know again, like I said before, what y'all want to see from me, and I got you for sure. Trust me, I'm going to have a lot of videos out for y'all, and I want to put out different hairstyles, tutorials, more questions to be answered, different things, products that I use, all of that. I got y'all. Just let me know, and I'll make sure I get a video for y'all. Trust. Alright, so start with question number 1. How many locks do you have? Okay, so this is a pretty simple question. I have 103 locks. I actually counted them, and the only reason why I know that I have 103 is because it's an odd number. And every time when I first got them done in the beginning, the loctician that I started it with, they put it as an odd number, and I just left it. I never touched it. I just let them do whatever they wanted to do with the amount, whatever they thought looked good. So yeah, that's another one. The second question is, do you have a middle part? So if you take a look, I don't know if you can kind of see it. I'll try to get in as close as possible. I don't think I have a middle part technically, because I have like one piece like right over here that's like in the middle of my head, and so like everything else is kind of straight down the middle, but I do have one piece in the middle that doesn't make it a middle part. So I'd say no, I don't have a middle part, but I like middle parts, and I like when people do all kinds of styles with it, you know what I mean? So, but no, I don't have a middle part. So that's out of the way. Who inspired you to get your locks? Yes, so the main person that inspired me to get my locks was the one and only Lucas Sabat. He's a model, actor, whatever you want to call him really now at this point, influencer. I'll put a picture of him as you can see, but yeah, that's my inspiration. I wanted my hair to be exactly like him. I started it to be like him, but I don't think I look like him, but some people say I do. So that was my inspiration though. 100%. Next question is, how many years ago did you get locks? So I started my locks in 2015. So no, yeah, 2015. So it's been 7 years in total. But I've been growing my hair out for 8 years. So I grew it out for a year before I got locks. So 7 years ago, and I was 16 years old at the time. So yeah, I'm 23 now. Yeah, damn. Are your locks heavy? Man, yeah, this question that I get asked every single time is so funny, because it's like, what do you think? You know what I mean? Like, you look at my hair, you see how it is. Like, does it look heavy? You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm just playing. It is heavy, right? But it's not bad. Like, I'm so used to it at this point that it's not even noticeable. But I will say the answer is yes and no, because I don't think it's heavy anymore. But if I was to cut it off and put it back on after like a month or something, I'd probably be like, damn, this shit is heavy. So yes and no. I'll say yes and no, just to give you all a little bit of an explanation. The next question is, do you have an end goal? So this is the question that I always get, and I've always wanted to like have like a real answer, but to be honest with you, no, I don't. Like, I've kind of gotten it to the point where I wanted it at. You know, when I first started it, all I cared about was getting it shoulder length. You know what I mean? Like, literally right to my shoulder, and then I could just put it in a ponytail and do different styles. Personally, that was like my favorite length. You know what I mean? Like, the shoulder length, I feel like you could do a lot with shoulder length. As it got longer, it just became like long, but it's a part of me. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna cut it. Maybe when I get to 10 years, I don't know. I'm not gonna quote myself on that, because you know, things change. But yeah, I don't have an end goal. Who knows? I might have that shit down to my like legs. You know what I mean? Who knows really? So we'll see. But yeah, nah. To answer your question, I did not have an end goal. Not yet. Not at the moment. Don't plan on having an end goal. I already reached my goal, and I surpassed it. So yeah. Is, how did you keep going? So I know a lot of y'all that are starting your log journey, you look at people online, and you look at like TikToks or Instagram videos or Twitter posts or Pinterest or whatever app that you use, and you try to be like, damn, like I want my locks like them, I want to look like them. And sometimes it can get you to feel uninspired, although you are inspired, you know, because you're comparing yourself. Best way that I would say to do it or to handle it is to just understand that your own lock journey is the best, and that you're never going to be the same as someone else, right? So I try to never compare myself to others. Besides Lucas Sabat, was the only person I compare myself to. But for the majority of the time, I never try to compare myself to anyone else. So that kind of helped me keep going, because once I reached that mature length after the budding stage, I was like, yeah, like it's game over. You know what I mean? Like I don't have nothing else to worry about. But those first couple months, it's tough. It's really tough because you start to really wonder, like, damn, why is it not looking like this? Why is it not looking like that? But you really just have to trust the process and wait. It's very time consuming. Not time consuming, I'm sorry. It's very easy to get ahead of yourself and to think that you're supposed to be somewhere else that you're not yet. You know, so just take it day by day and keep it clean, keep it healthy, and you're gonna see in a few months, watch the difference. Ever since I started posting these videos and stuff, I've had so many people that started their log journeys because of me, which I appreciate a lot. But them showing me and updating me on how almost a year now that it's been of them having their journey and actually seeing the changes, and then being like, I don't know if I want to do this, to when they finally got like it looking the way that they wanted it, like, yo, I'm so glad I kept it going. It's just like, keep it going, you know, like don't give it up, because you know you're gonna not regret it, but you're gonna be like, damn, like I wish I kept it going, because it's actually really really nice. So yeah, that's how I kept it going, just not comparing myself to other people as much. The next question is, do you use gel or oil for your retwist? So I've never used oil, like a water and oil retwist. Honestly, I've never done it. Like I've wanted to try it, but I've never personally done it. I'll probably do it for a video just to show y'all what it looks like. But I'm gonna be honest, I've never done it myself. Just that. I've always used gel, and I don't have like any buildup, as you can typically see in my hair. So I've been doing something right. But yeah, I use gel. I don't use beeswax. I recommend not using beeswax at all. Like, please do not use beeswax like at all. And yeah, I use gel for like my entirety of my log journey. The next question is, what is your hair texture? Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I never once checked to see what my hair texture was before I started. But as I'm trying to look at like old photos of myself and looking at my hair, I'd like to say that I'm at like a 4A. I'm very much not at 3, but I'm definitely at 4, and I'm very much either A or B, because I don't have very tight curls. Like I have looser in a way, but it's still in the 4s. So I would say 4A is my hair texture, and that's how it kind of looks the way it does. So yeah, 4A. That's my final answer. If I'm lying, I'm fine. Next question is, why are the ends of your hair different than the rest of your locks? And so I always find this one interesting, because I know a lot of the times it's people that are just starting their lock journey and they don't really understand why, but I can explain pretty quickly. I started my hair with coils, right? And so on 2-strand, you can't really tell right now because I have it like kind of like this, where it's like tied up, but my ends of my hair is typically coily, right? You'll see like a little coil at the end of it, and compared to like the rest of my hair that's actually mature. That's just what I started with. Like the ends are like exactly like the length of like when I first started my locks. You know what I mean? And then they never matured. So a lot of people have like straight ends, curly ends, whatever it is that they have. Mine just happens to stay coily, and it never matures, and it will never ever. It's just gonna stay like that unless I cut it, and I'm not gonna cut it because you know it shows like the difference in my hair over the years, like when I first started up until now. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the reason why that my ends are different than the rest of my hair. I think that's about it for all the questions. I try to answer as many as possible. There was a lot of questions, and I could go on for like hours of answering a bunch of questions. So like I said before, leave a comment, leave a like. Let me know exactly what you wanted to hear from me, what other questions you want to know, what other videos that you want to see from me, and I promise you I'm going to make sure I post them as quickly as possible for y'all, okay? Or I'll answer down below in the comments for you if it's something I can just answer really quickly. But again, this is Tywiththelocs here. Leave a like. Again, I appreciate y'all, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Peace.